Alright, tonight I am playing Wanschoor. This is the second attempt. He forgot about our the last time we tried to play the game, so we have just about managed to schedule it again before the deadline, which is in 2 days, I think. Alright, I am playing the Soviets in this one. Decent starting hand. Alright, so it's been a while since I played last, about 2 weeks ago, I think. But yeah, I'm currently at 4-6, at 8th place in the division. And Sean is at, I think, 4th place in his division, at 5-3, if I remember correctly. So, yeah. It'll be a bit of a challenge for me, but I have a chance, I should think. You kind of always have a chance, but yeah, you know. Alright. I'm not going to dare headlining something like Decol, because we don't know about defectors. But he's obviously looking for a sort of Marshall headline, but he doesn't have Marshall because I have Marshall. So I'm a little bit surprised. So I wonder what he's trying to headline. Middle East, possibly. Could be a feint. What is a good headline? Anything can be defected, really. Suez Crisis is decent because if I want to coup Italy, then it's nice to kick him out of France. So I think I'm going to go with Suez. And it's defected. So now the coup is a little bit tricky. I could coup Italy. Let's have a look at the odds. It's kind of 5+. Should I give up Europe and go for Iran instead? I think so. Oh, crap. That's a disappointment. I'm kind of thinking I want to bring DEFCON down. I do kind of want to get rid of CIA before, get rid of Asia before I play CIA. But now he's going to go into Asia, and it's sort of... I'm not really going to get away with domination after this, but if I don't do anything now, he's just going to coup, and then he'll have access to all of this. So it is a bit problematic. I think I'm just going to score it. Okay, inventing that. Alright, the Pakistani war is gone. You're trying to tell me you have the Middle East right now because that seems really convenient. He could. He could have the Middle East. I don't know. Okay, let's do this. If I can... No, because then he will coup. I mean, I do kind of want to coup. I think chances are that he does have the Middle East here, but I almost always headline the Middle East if I have it. I'm not saying that's a good strategy, but and I'm not saying that everyone else does that, but why would you not have headlined it? I mean, he obviously tried to fool me into thinking he had the Marshall Plan, and then he headlined effectors instead. But still, he had the Middle East. This looks like a trick. But I think it's more likely to be true than not. I think it's more likely to have the Middle East than not, because otherwise you might not think about trying to look like you have the Middle East. And Asia's been scored, and he's in Pakistan. So if I just take it, then he will either coup it or he will just walk into India. But I would like to. Okay, we can actually, let's do this. If he does have the Middle East, then at least he doesn't get all the points. And now, he has to choose between taking Pakistan and then risk getting couped or coupping himself. I would like to get rid of CIA, but I want DEFCON to go down to... Or I could just play it at the end of this turn, I suppose. Alright, so he did not have Middle East, presumably, and also didn't really care about coupping. Okay, let's trigger this, because I want to coup Pakistan. Okay. For a slightly better roll, but still, it did the job. I don't know, maybe it was stupid to give him Europe like that. But I was thinking he kind of had it anyway. Unless I get the goal, which will stop him anyway, so. Then he goes for the Millops there, and I can then play decall safely, which I'm very happy about. So Thailand, Indonesia, Angola, Algeria. It's a pretty perfect decall, to be honest. Except that he will take Thailand anyway, or he might take Thailand anyway. Not too happy about holding CIA at this point. Oh yeah. Oh man. I definitely should have played it. Made a big mistake there. That was stupid of me. But I did kind of want to try and take Thailand, but it didn't work anyway. What was the last card he played? He was Japan, okay. Well, I can still play it in my first round, but then I'm just giving him bits of Africa here. That's a shame. What do we headline? Don't really have a good headline. Olympic Games. We haven't seen ducks, so it's probably a bad idea. Truman is safe though, pretty much. No, it's completely safe. There we go. It's a good thing. Did not headline Olympic Games, or it would have been a very short game. Okay, that's still stops me from playing CIA. Yeah. Yeah, that was really, really bad. But we've seen Duck, and I have 5-year plan now. I can space that, so it's not a huge deal. I'll just have to hold on to it until I get to play it. All right, no coup. Let's spread out a bit. Need to go there. Need to go there. And I would like to go into Israel as well. He's going to get a lot of points from the Middle East and from Europe, so... and he's already got 4, so it's not looking good. It's not looking good. And also I've given myself the handicap of holding CIA, which is also pretty bad. So yeah, not a great start, I have to say. I feel like I should get some points in the Middle East. Okay, it's space time. Damn it. Could have used that 1 BP, would have been nice. And I would like to catch up in the space race. It's looking quite dangerous right now. You could easily just run away with it. There are a lot of spaceable cards for him in the early war. And this is his last round, so let's protect some places. So at least the Middle East is only going to get scored once in the early war. But Europe might come back. And he's on 9 points. I mean, apart from that, the board state is okay, but the fact that he's on 9 points is pretty bad. Asia. Korean War. That's interesting. So we know he has the Middle East, so I could headline NASA. But I kind of also want to give the Korean War a shot. So that would be a nice... But I could do that later as well, because I still want a coup in my first round anyway, right? So maybe NASA is a better headline if he decides to headline the Middle East. So what is he holding right now? He's got, of course, that. Well, it's 1 point less. Still, 13 points. That's pretty terrible. Could be a short game this. Alright. So I guess I have to coup somewhere. I mean, East European unrest is fine, I guess, but we also don't really need... Or is it time... I mean, ideally, yes, I should play CIA now, but I don't want to show him Asia scoring. Can I hold it again? He knows I have it now as well. It's really, really bad. And with the Korean War. Are there any 4-ups that we haven't seen? No, we've seen them all. To try and figure out what he has. He's got the Gaul. He's got the Middle East scoring. Vietnam revolts. Any more 3s? Red 3s? No. We've seen the blue 3s as well. Should have one more that we haven't seen yet. Anyway, okay. Should I just play... See, I don't really want to play Formosan because that could give him ideas. And I want to event Fidel, I want to event Korean War, I want to probably... I don't actually need to invent in the Pakistani War. I'll get my Milops... I mean, I'm going to get my Milops from the coup, so let's not worry about that. Let's go around. Okay, that's a good roll. At least I've still got the China card, so if I end up in any trouble with CIA, I have that, but it's not good. It's really not good. The fact that he knows it is terrifying. What's the country count in Asia anyway? 5-5, so yeah. Should grab some more places. I mean, I still have domination even without the Korean War. Right, so he got that again, that's too bad. So he's actually going for Japan, as I have the Korean War. So then I'm going to have to take Afghanistan, and I'm going to have to take Vietnam, and I still... Well, now I can't get domination. Unless I win the Korean War. It was a good call by him to take Japan there. He obviously didn't know I had Asia scoring, but it was the only place where I could get any victory points, so made sense, I guess. Damn it. Alright. There goes my points in Asia. Would have been nice, but Actually, it was kind of necessary. If that had worked, I might still have had a shot, but now I think it's pretty much over, to be honest. Also, the fact that I didn't get any mill-ops on the first 2 turns, that's pretty bad. No victory points from that. I mean, I suppose I could try and like break into Japan with the China card. That would give me domination. And it would put me on 5-4, right? No, it would put me on... He would only need a 3, right, to break. No, he would need a 4. If he doesn't have a 4, that could be a problem for him. He might not have a 4 because we've seen all the 4s already. But I wouldn't be surprised if he's holding one. But I think it's worth a shot. Now I'm actually in an even worse position with CIA, but I think I have to gamble with Asia because it's like I need those VPs really, really bad. It's only 5, but still. Could he just take like one of the small countries now? Yeah, he could. If he just takes Indonesia or whatever it puts him on, puts us on 6-6, so he only needs a 3 or a 4 actually to stop that. Is there anything that we haven't seen yet that I know he has? Actually, we've seen all of these before, apart from the Middle East scoring, so the cards I said earlier. Wow. So maybe he doesn't have a 4 or a 3. And I don't exactly have to space Formosan, but I kind of want to space something because I need the VPs. Fidel would be nice as well, but I'm going to gamble that we don't get, that he doesn't get Central America scoring next time. It's another VP. And hopefully I get the Milops as well. He won't be able to get any Milops because the only way for him to get Milops is with either well, in the Pakistani war, and he doesn't have that because I had it. So I'm kind of slowly getting back down into decent, not decent, but safe territory where I won't risk losing right away. So what were the other cards that I knew he had, apart from the goal? So that was a 3, but he couldn't really use it. That was the thing. D-Style, of course. And Vietnam Revolts. Yeah, so he couldn't use either of those. So he's holding D-Style now. That's a shame, but there you go. Quagmire, that gives me some breathing space, although defectors could be back. I don't know, is it worth it? Worth a shot? Would be really nice to get rid of CIA, so I probably should try and get an opportunity. Then again, it doesn't stop him from queuing in the headline if he can. I can get a decent OPEC, and especially with Junta. Okay, let's Let's try Quagmire. No coup. This is getting uncomfortable. No coup. Okay, but he is in a Quagmire, so we are a little bit free to do stuff. If I can get like a bunch of places here and there, I'll probably be okay in terms of kitchen debates. Not sure if Saudi Arabia is my top priority. That's a bit weird. Well, I mean, supposedly for OPEC. I don't really have any ops this round. Should I maybe do something useful instead? Should I break something maybe? There isn't much I can do. Can't really do anything in Europe. It takes too much effort. Nah. I think I need to set myself up for a good OPEC. And to be able to play kitchen debates. There we go. So I'm going to play OPEC right away before he plays Sadat or something like that. Yes. Because I don't really have like Bear Trap is going into space, puppets. Oh yeah. Wait, what? Oh, I can't coup because of lone gun, because of Cuban. That's nice. That's a good move. That is a good move. Wish I had Fidel now. Then he would be stuck, but now he's not. Alliance, that's 2 VPs. He did have defectors. Arms race, cultural, D stuff. Okay, so hopefully he won't get that. Okay. Hmm. This is nice. I also get to coup. And of course he gets to coup as well. Oh, no. Well. I keep forgetting. I can't coup. So then it's a realignment then. This is as good a target as any. No. And I suspect he will just try and walk into Venezuela or break it. Get a shot at Brazil. Yep. And I have no response to that. I have no response. apart from Bear Trap, which isn't even a response really. Puppets is almost playable now because of, but it's not really. What does he have? Defectors, Alliance, Our Man. So he probably wants to event Our Man, and he's got D-Style and Cultural. He kind of has to use the China card. Let's just play this and put something in Brazil. Kind of thinking of bear trapping myself and just hoping that I roll well with puppets. But that's a huge risk, obviously. I might have to put Fidel on the trap, and that would be a disaster. I kind of have to play Fidel first, and then he will get enough time to just take all of South America. Or I will just have to bear trap myself in turn 6, which would be round 6, which would be really nasty. I'm going to just assume that he doesn't have South America scoring because that would be just awful. But I have to do this now in order to be a little bit more free in my coming action rounds. I am suffering a lot from that misplay with CIA. That was... I deserve that, totally. It's very frustrating. Okay, so now I can choose between playing Spacing Bear Trap and playing Puppets, and basically more or less giving him South America control, or Bear Trapping myself and then playing Puppets in my last action round and hope that I roll 4 or less. And I'm kind of inclined to try that. It's not going to get much worse than it is currently, and I can't bear trap myself in my last turn, and I really don't want to give him control. Of course, if I bear trap myself, he can just walk into Uruguay. He can do that anyway because I can't. Well, now I can technically coup. That would cost me 2 in Cuba. So what I'm going to do with the bear trap. Also, it costs me a chance to space, which I do kind of want. But now he has got cultural left. He's got D-Style. And one more, which one is that? Our Man. So yeah, I think he'd probably play the China card and then play cultural, or maybe Space D style. But I think I will actually bear trap myself here. I really don't see any other. If I want to go into Uruguay, but then he will get his mill ops and I won't. That's really bad. At the moment, he doesn't have any coup targets. Could I like just open up Brazil? Does that make sense? Not really. He will just be all over South America after this, no matter what I do. I mean, I don't know. It's really bad to just play into a region that's just been scored, but I have to do something. Spacing cultural. Okay, so he's holding onto. Well, of course, he wants to hold onto the China card. There we go. At least I made that, and I'm rid of puppets. Which basically just saved Nigeria because he can take Uruguay anyway in southern South America. So, but it also saved me having to deal with these two countries if he puppeted into Nicaragua or Haiti. That would be annoying. There we go. Okay, that's a better hand. Allende is really nice, and now we know Defectors is gone, so that's good. Muslim is pretty good. Could secure me Libya, but he might have Sadat at this point. I think I probably need the ops instead. I could open up France with Suez. Europe hasn't been scored yet, so that's a pretty decent move. I do kind of want a coup, but at the same time I have to get rid of CIA anyway. Let's try with Suez and see what happens. Oh, he gets to see my headline now. Again, the board state doesn't feel terrible. Right now, it's just South America that's really nasty. If it hadn't been for that, I would have almost been okay. All right, so he's playing his Surrey to counter my Suez by opening up bits of Asia. Okay, so I'm not going to get the coup. And I'm also, like, if I play CIA now, he gets to coup Africa, which is coming up. I know I have to play CIA, right? I don't have an option. But I feel like I want to do something else. Because I'm going to lose Asia, possibly. Then again, he can't take both Japan and North Korea. So let's what's he going to do if I? No, let's trigger it. Let's see what happens. Then he knows about South Central America, but I have to do it. I have no option. But if he realigns me out of Cuba now, that would be bad. Okay, that's a bad coup roll. And I get to take back North Korea. I'm half thinking I should go into one of these instead, but then he could coup me there and it would just end up being horrible. If he doesn't succeed in realigning me out of Cuba now, then I'm okay and I can score Central America. So that's your Surigon. That's not too bad, although Southeast Asia is now 3 points for him. I should probably go into Burma as quickly as I can, unless he does that now. He is going into Argentina, of course. He's also back in France. So let's score this for 0. Theoretically, I could go for control of the Middle East, but we know that is coming, so it's going to be very difficult. And when do I want to play one small step? Doesn't really matter. Well, I should space first and then play it, basically. Don't really have any space-worthy cards, but special, I suppose, is the closest thing I've got. but don't want to spend a whole turn spacing a fairly unimportant card. Yeah, he's worried about that. That makes sense. I'm gonna go Allende now, and he can definitely just take that from me. But it would make a big difference if I can take Chile. And I should get Africa domination as well. And then he'll just go into Peru, and I'll be in a lot of trouble. Yeah. There we go. Africa is lost. I don't think I need Willy Brandt right now. Now I definitely have to coup as well. Guess I probably should have. I guess I can coup with either special or Portuguese. It's fine. Blockade. Alright. And D-Style, of course. He's been holding D-Style for a long time. Okay, let's take Burma because it's Asia domination as well, but it's also like an important point in Southeast Asia. So no spacing for me this round, and here comes the China card, just opening up something horrible. Yeah, I can't respond to that. Sorry. That was stupid. I forgot about protecting North Korea. And he had the China card, so I definitely should have done that. But I forgot. Oh, come on. The fuck, man. Ugh. This is... What a complete disaster. I'm going to have to give him points in Southeast Asia, South America, Europe, and probably Africa as well. I mean, we haven't seen... And then, on top of that, I've got the voice. And what a shit hand. I mean, I've played really badly this game, but I don't deserve this. Come on. Ah, okay. And I have to show my headline as well. Okay, I mean, I might as well... headline something like Europe scoring. I mean, it's not going to get any better. I would like to coup in South America. That would be really nice. I can space duck, I can hold voice. Or the other way around. Hmm. But yeah, I could headline Europe because it's not gonna. There's nothing that can stop, that can make that worse. Chances are he will draw a scoring card now, but of course he doesn't. Then again, that's also not particularly great for him because now he has to choose between. It's an easy choice though. I would definitely voice. He can kick me out of Africa and do something else that's annoying. But then he doesn't get to coup. But I would argue that's fine. We both know Africa's coming up. And that would leave me presence-less in Africa as well. And he will definitely get domination after that. Yeah, I think this is GG. I think this hand was GG, to be honest. It wasn't looking good before that either, but now I think it's definitely over. If I had been able to score Africa for nothing, that would have been tolerable. But this is just it's too hard now. Yeah. Africa is now 3 points. It's not going to get any better than that. It's going to go to 4, I suppose. Or he could be holding colonial, in which case, but he's not going to play it. That's the thing, though. So if I don't take Chile now, then he's going to go for control in South America. That's also horrible. The chances that he's holding colonial are pretty good, and then he will get control in Africa. But he can't play it right away unless I coup now. And I would like to coup, but because he's in Chile anyway, there isn't really that much I can. I mean, I have to get him out of. Like, I have to take back Chile. And how I learned is pretty nice because it gives me a Milops. Che would be nice if he goes into like. Nah, Che is not really. I don't need Che. I don't think. Um, he's not going to coup in Sudan. So if I, he's going to coup in a real country. So if I go in there, that could give me a shot at Africa. And he probably know. Well, no, he doesn't necessarily know I have Africa scoring. And then maybe put one in Japan for future. Oh, wait a second. US Japan has not been triggered. I thought he triggered it, but he didn't. He just played the ops, right? Oh, that's too bad. I've been thinking for the last few turns that, you know, if I take Japan, then we're still even in Asia. But that's not true. Oh, come on. That is not fair. Okay, so now Africa is only 2 points. So I'm going to have to play that now. Yeah. And now... I don't know. I mean, it's another 5 points. I really can't afford to give him any of this, so... And we know Nixon is coming up anyway. I'm going to have to gamble with Japan. So he gets 3 points from the next space race as well. So he can definitely win this turn. And there's no scoring coming up for me or any other way I can get points. No. Probably would have played that for ops, for VPs actually. So he's going to take the Middle East from me, which is the only place where I had any kind of upper hand at all. And I can't do anything about it. And South America is not going to get any better than this. Then we're on 19. I'm not going to get getting any points from the space race, but I probably should. Yeah, because then he has Camp David. That's going to give him the last point he needs. Let's actually 5, 6, 7. I don't even have time to do all of these, so I'm just going to have to space, play how I land, and score South America. Which is bad, because then he gets to space twice. But I mean, this is over anyway. It does not matter anymore. Yeah, I am very unhappy with this game. I mean, I made a lot of mistakes, also had quite a lot of bad luck, but mainly made a lot of mistakes. I think with, you know, the starting coup and some bad hands I had, he probably would have won anyway because he's a better player than me. But in addition to that, I should have been able to survive to final scoring anyway. And messing up with CIA and also not taking North Korea, or not overprotecting North Korea, not putting one extra in Angola because to save from voice, all these things, they were mistakes that were pretty bad. There you go, Camp David. Is there anything else that gives him points right now? No, don't think so. I suppose I might as well raise Defcon. To give me a better chance at cooing bits of Africa. Then he does get a coup, but I'm not sure where he would coup. I mean, there isn't really anything. Pakistan, maybe? Let's put it on. Let's put it on 4. Actually, no, let's put it on 5. That maximizes the amount of VPs that I could theoretically get from this. Even though it's no trouble for him to just coup and get mill-ups. But he might have been wanting to do something else. No, not really. Yeah, you're welcome. Just gave him that, really. Okay. He does not have Camp David. D-Style isn't really worth anything right now. Also, I can't really salt anything. I mean, We Will Bury You is a good headline, I think. Does lower Defcon, then I could coup Pakistan and bring Defcon down to. So what does he have now that I should know about? We've seen the 3 horrible cards. He has Sadat, and we've seen all the scoring cards, but they could be back. He's got OAS. Okay, so if I participate, he's going to win the game. If I boycott, he will bring Defcon down. Is it 4 ops you get? This rarely happens. I did it once fairly recently. I think that was only like the 3rd time ever I've boycotted the Olympics. Then he's just going to take. He's going to go somewhere. But then I can take Pakistan. That's not so bad. No, I have to boycott. We haven't seen UN intervention in a while. Oh man, he's got UN intervention, doesn't he? He played it with socialist government. No. There we go. Then we haven't seen it since then. Oh man. He's got UN intervention. That is, I don't know, that's just a perfect shitstorm. Alright, so coup that down. I didn't get to coup even once. Now I have to take. I should probably play this for the event, to be honest. But he's going to play UN intervention now. So, but then he's going to take Pakistan as well. And I won't be able to. I mean, I don't know what I'm talking about because this is over, but yeah. If I want to stay in the game and play, just play to win even though I can't win, it's more fun to play this because I know that UN intervention is coming up. And then at least I get a VP instead of 3. But I also get a VP from you too. Oh wait, no, UN was in turn 1, yeah, so he's definitely got that. Unless I've missed something. I would still play it though, it's 2 VPs, so I mean the difference is 2 VPs. Okay, didn't go for that. So I get my 3, and then you get NATO. And I get Missile Envy, which I'm not particularly happy about. I mean, I have to do a coup anyway. Might as well do it in Peru. Oh, no, I didn't have to do a coup. I have ABM. In a way, this is kind of worse that I managed to get down to 15 VPs again, because now I have to keep playing, and I know I'm going to lose. Is there anything that any good red cards that he's got with Ask Not? Is there anything I should worry about that he would get rid of with Ask Not? I don't think so. Okay, so what's he going to do now? Score Africa? Or he wants to realign here? Actually, Arab Israeli War could possibly work. It's only -1. I mean, it depends on what he has in his hand. I should. I suppose Camp David is not so bad anymore. Even though I really don't want to give him any VPs, but it doesn't win him the game. I'm just looking to get something to coup this with. I suppose Salt is okay. But now he's going to realign Chile. Okay, so that's the VP. Oh, that's a shame. Right, so now we're looking at South America control or Africa control essentially, and both of them are equally bad. Africa is actually a little bit worse. So I should probably ABM Treaty Africa. I don't think he has Africa scoring. Oh, that's a shame. I could have taken Venezuela with that roll. My only excuse is I've been up since 5:30 this morning, and I've already had 2 Red Bull today, so I didn't want to have a third one. Would probably have made me play a little bit better. Okay. Oh, no. Fuck, I forgot about that. Now Arab is really what doesn't work anymore. So what else is he holding? Because now I basically have to take Israel. But that's also a space that my space can't. Or it's a space card. Actually, it's better to space Camp David, because with one small step, if I succeed, then I'll end up in this box. Again, if he had not been really lucky with the coup in Iran, Middle East would have been fine. I mean, it would have been a tie. You know that the US are winning when they use OAS just to overprotect two countries. At least it doesn't get to see my headline anymore. But there are so many scoring cards that would win in the game now. Asia, South America, Europe. And of course I have to score them for him as well. Okay, Aldrich Ames. Kind of have to headline Aldrich, right? Yes. Not that it makes any difference. South America is going to be GG. If I get the coup, might be able to get away with that, but then Middle East is not going to kill them. Actually, yes, the two of them together will kill me. No, just one of them will kill me. Iranian, if he plays that before, but he's not going to because he's going to space it. Share doesn't really do much. Yeah, no. And specialist 2 VPs. It is definitely over this turn. A voice? I'm not sure if voice is that bad for him. Bad for me. I think I'm going to get rid of special, actually. And then I actually get a coup. And I think NORAD is okay. I don't need to worry about NORAD. Let's try with this, even though it's very futile. Oh no, Defcon is already on 2. What was the headline? Duck. It's managed to lower Defcon a lot this game. Okay, then there's basically nothing I can do. I can get the 3 VPs from space. I think this is my best space candidate. Damn it. So, did he have anything that could do anything? Don't think so. Summit, Iran, Reagan. Pershing is a VP. Iranian, chair, voice. Okay, yeah. I think that gives him any VPs, but I will see to that, so he's okay. Spacing Iranian, and he fails. Let's play this and try to take back. At least 3 points in the Middle East. I'm going to try and pull it off, put it off as long as I can. I think you should always do that. So I know what he has. Does he have a lot of ops? He's got It's got a fair. Well, no, not really. Chair and Pershing, but and the China card, obviously. Spend the whole turn just fighting over Israel. Okay, well that's Milops at least. I don't know. It doesn't really matter much. Wow. And then he goes Sudan. Hmm. Let's just keep going. I'm kind of surprised that I've survived this long, to be honest, considering how it went early on. That's the thing with when you play the USSR, you rarely get steamrolled in the early game, but you can tell that you're going to lose because of how things are going. Okay, that's GG. Let's go out with a bang. Yeah. Well, I would say I had the luck, but I also played really badly. So I really can't blame the dice too much. If I had played better, like if I had rolled better and gotten better hands, then he probably would have won anyway, but he would have won by a bit less. And it probably would have gone to final scoring. So, but I made a lot of mistakes. Not really. Don't really want to go into any of the details. I think you can pretty much tell what I did wrong. A lot of crucial mistakes and very unnecessary ones as well. I'm just going to blame the fact that I am really, really tired. And I should probably stop planning games when I work uh, early shifts because my brain's not really working by the time I get home. But we didn't really have a choice now because the deadline is next, like in 2 days. so we kind of had to. Tomorrow I am playing a bit of a special game. We have started a Nordic Cup, or Anton Scott has started it, which I'm grateful for. So I don't really have time to organize it, but I'm happy he did. So that's going on now. It's just a single elimination thing. It's the main reason is to have someone to send to the Champions League. So tomorrow I'm playing Fredrik Adlercreutz at the same time, 9 o'clock Central European time, and that's going to be a challenge. He's a good player, but I don't know if I've ever beaten him. I haven't really played him that much. We'll see how that goes. But because of the single elimination, which is something that I was against, or I voted against when we planned it, because when you're trying to find a suitable, candidate for the Champions League, it should be the best player, and single elimination is the worst way to determine who's best, because you could just be unlucky, or someone could just be lucky. Maybe not the whole time, and I think the final is best out of 3. But still, I would have preferred a sort of round, Swiss thing or whatever. But this is faster, and it's also exciting, single elimination. So yeah, I don't know. If I make it past the first game, I'll be happy with that result. So yeah, we'll do that tomorrow, and I'm going to put this on YouTube, even though I am ashamed of it, because it's important to post to bad games as well. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope the next one will be better. This was probably one of the shittiest games I played in a long time, in terms of like how I played, my performance. And I lose a lot, but sometimes, it feels okay to lose. You get beaten fair and square, and it's. I'm not saying this wasn't fair and square. It was fair, but I didn't feel like I played at, at a level that's acceptable, even for me. So sometimes, you do your best, and you're happy with some moves, and you just didn't win because the other guy was better, or you had bad luck, or whatever. But this is one of those games where you just feel like, yeah. Too many mistakes. Way too many mistakes. Anywho, yeah. So, I'll see you tomorrow if you want to watch the the Nordic Cup. It's actually, we have the 2 Finnish guys, or one Finnish person in it as well. But apart from that, only Swedes. Right, see you next time.